Where is it? Oh my! What's up, guys? MrGimms back again. And before we go any further today, I'd just like to remind you that I'm live right now over on YouTube. Over here on YouTube. That's weird. We're playing FNAF Security Breaches Ruin. I'd like to see you there. It's going to be my first time. It's going to be fun. My most requested killer, the alien, the xenomorph himself, the perfect hunter, creature, whatever the hell you want to call it, is in the fog. It's in Dead by Daylight. And we've just finished doing the PTB testing to figure out if he's worth all the hype. But I want to get through all the perks and power and what I think about everything and any improvements and overall thoughts and opinions I have on it. I do want to talk about that. But let me just first open up and say, for me, I'm seeing this chapter completely different. And I've received some interesting YouTube comments on the matter, but when I'm playing the Xenomorph, when I was testing in the PTB, having fun with my admin team, I was just having fun. I wasn't super focused on all the nitty-gritty that's coming into the chapter with these characters, these iconic characters, but I was more just going back into that sort of fun mode where I was just like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe I'm actually playing these characters and having these interactions. That's what I mainly focused on, and I can understand why people were focusing on, like, you know how powerful things are, what's the meta, is this going to work, is that going to work? But for me, I just looked at it differently this time, and I guess I was just having fun with it while I could. But anyway, let's get into the perks and powers firstly. Now, Rapid Brutality, you can no longer gain Bloodlust. I think this might be my favorite perk out of the aliens repertoire. Hitting a survivor with a basic attack gives you 5% haste for 10 seconds. Now, that's really good. Remember, that's a basic attack as well, not a special attack, so that won't include his tail or, other killers' weapons such as Nurse's Blink or, things like that. I think it's nice. 5% haste for 10 seconds. I think that's absolutely brilliant. It's a good comeback mechanic or catch-up mechanic. Yeah, and it gets rid of Bloodlust. If you're a good killer, in my opinion, I don't think you really need Bloodlust anyway, but, obviously it does help from time to time. And then we got Alien Instinct. This perk activates when you hook a survivor. You see the aura of the furthest injured survivor for 5 seconds, and that survivor is oblivious for 20 seconds. I think it's pretty good. It's really nice. You can really catch out people, especially when you're playing the alien and you're tunneling. I love saying that. It is really good. It's just a good mechanic to catch someone out who might be not near a pallet or a protection zone, and just, yeah, you can down them pretty much straight away if you're good enough. And then finally, Ultimate Weapon. When you open a locker, this perk activates for 30 seconds. Survivors entering your terror radius scream, reveal their position, and gain the blindness for 30 seconds. So that's 2 different status effects for 2 different perks there, which is interesting. This perk goes on cooldown for 30 seconds. I think this is okay. I think it could be paired up with some things, but I'm not overly blown apart by it. I think the first 2 perks are the winner for this one, for me personally. And then I want to move to Sigourney Weaver's Ellen Ripley, and I want to move to her Chemical Trap, which is a new trap mechanic, or a new trap perk. I love trap perks. They just add that little bit of extra thing that a survivor can do in a game. I dig it, man. Chemical Trap, after completing 50% of progress of a generator, this perk activates. While standing next to a drop pallet, press the active ability button to install a trap, which stays active for 120 seconds. The aura of trap pallets are revealed to you and in yellow for all survivors. Yeah, this is pretty good. I think 50% of a gen is a tall order for me personally, because you're never going to really get too many off, I feel. The second thing I would say is, why does it have to go away after 120 seconds? Why can't they just keep it? I think that would make it a much stronger perk, more fun, and I think more people would use it. But that's just me personally, maybe, perhaps. Light-footed is next. Light-footed is the one that's gaining the most talk about. When you are healthy, this perk activates. Your running footsteps are silent. This perk goes on cooldown for 20 seconds after performing a rushed action. Now, that's great and all that, it goes on cooldown after you do a rushed action, but I'm fully silent when you're not injured. We're gonna have to get used to that. That's gonna be something else. Lucky Star, when you're in a locker, this perk activates. You have no pools of blood and make no grunts of pain for 10 seconds. When you exit a locker, you see the survivors and the closest generators aura for you for 10 seconds. This perk goes on cooldown for 30 seconds. I think it's all right. It's okay. It's kind of nice. It kind of harkens back to Alien Isolation and using their lockers and things like that. So I kind of like what they're doing here. But yeah, they're the perks overall. I feel like they're all got a place, I guess. Some are a little bit weaker than others, but I'd say most of the perks on both sides are pretty nice. And I really have nothing else really to comment on. I think overall, job well done. Nothing's going to break the game, which is nice. We're sick of that happening every single DLC, so happy days for that. Just want to talk about the alien's sort of modes and what he can do now, his power. Basically, he does have a tunneling mode. It's never going to get boring, that. Where he does dig deep on the stations, go under the ground, and he can sort of fix positions of where he wants to come out, and he can surprise survivors. He has an unlimited runner mode, which makes him more powerful. Basically, he'll have his tail, and he can use it to sort of do a different type of nemesis long-range attack, which I think is very sexy. It's really good for anti-loop as well. The only thing that can get him out of his runner mode is the flame turrets that survivors can put throughout the map with those same stations that he can crawl in and out of. And yeah, again, a lot of people are saying that they're a massive hindrance to the killer, to the alien, and that it really causes him problems when they pile it up. In my experience, if you're going to pile up the flame turrets together, you're wasting, you know, sort of other areas that you could be putting in to get protection and also notifications. So if someone wants to put 3 flame turrets next to each other, they're all going to run out of gas, and then survivors are left in a bit of a pickle after that, because you'll have your running mode for far longer. So yeah, I don't think the flame turrets take over the power and dictate the power incredibly. You can sneak up and destroy them, and this is nowhere near what the Singularity's EMPs are, because that is just an absolute shame. It's ruined that killer for me personally. The Mori's cool. We've all seen the Mori now. It's classic alien Mori. Best thing to put in the game, I think, at this point. And I do want to talk about the Easter eggs on the Nostromo wreckage as well. You actually can go and find Ash, which is the first synthetic in the Alien film, which is awesome. He goes insane, and that's what causes Ellen Ripley's distrust for synthetic machines moving forward. And there is indeed a face hugger in the room if you run past it with a human only. If you run past with the alien, he will not come out. Makes sense. Law accurate. You could also find Jonesy in a locker. I think this is just a random proc. It happens on the Nostromo in the lockers, and I think it's nice. He just hops out, screams, and leaves. You'll notice that if you find a downed Marine or whatever, a space explorer, whatever, an astronaut, whatever you want to call him, if you find them around the map, there is a chance that one of them will have a key card. You can then take said key card to the Nostromo, get to the hack the terminal, and you will find the hidden room in Nostromo as well. And I just love these Easter eggs, man. It's absolutely cool. We were all hyped for it because we thought it was all BS for a while, but it turns out it was all true. So thank you everyone for helping us find it. That was absolutely brilliant. But overall, guys, for me personally, this was just a dream come true at the time. I don't know how else I can really put it. I think the alien's in a good spot. The only things I would change possibly would make runner mode slightly faster. I'm not even talking by a lot, but I think when you're in that mode on all fours, I think it makes sense logically that he runs just a little bit faster, make him a little bit deadly, and make those survivors have to set up those flame turrets better, I guess, and learn how to defend themselves against the alien properly. But overall, he's a hybrid. He's a stealth killer with some great anti-loop, which is what you want out of 7 years. Don't want another Sadako situation where she just has no anti-loop and there's just... It's too much. It's too annoying. We need more now. Survivors are getting smarter. But yeah, overall, guys, I think this chapter is an absolute steal. I think whatever price they're going to put on it, it'll probably be around 10, 11 quid. It's going to be a first day purchase as well. And if you believe anything from the leaks that we've seen earlier, there's going to be 2 outfits for the alien and 2 outfits for Ellen Ripley on release. So we've got that to look forward as well. Don't forget, guys, to like, share, and subscribe, and let us know what you think about this DLC. What do you think about the Xenomorph and Ellen Ripley? What do you think about the perks? Let us know. And also, you can check me out live as well now, right here on YouTube. Just go to the homepage, there'll be a stream there. We're going to be playing FNAF Security Breaches Ruin, the latest DLC for that game, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a first time for me. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.